The alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Looking for a pair of shoes? Let's Up Stores has a wide range of selection for unisex footwear. We have the best quality of all brands at pocket-friendly prices, and we make deliveries countrywide. Just place your order or reach us on 0772 08 0090. You can also check up at Let's Up Stores on all our social media platforms. Let's Up, craft your own footprints.
The alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Mwasize mutya bannayuganda, tutandise omwezi omupya. Ennaku z'omwezi lumu, omwezi tuli mu gwa August omwaka 2023. Mbaniriza nnyo yonna gye musinzidde okubanga mutulaba enkya y'olunaku olwaleero. Kadde osobola okugamba nti nno kasana kamaze dda okubanga keememula mpolampola. Ebudde bwa ku makya ziri just eddakiika ndowooza nga 4-5 ezaakayita ku ssaawa 2 ez'oku makya. Mbaniriza nnyo mwenna gye musinzidde okubanga mutulaba enkya y'olunaku olwaleero. Abali mu ggwanga mwebale abakedde okubanga mukakkalabya emirimu gyammwe. Ekirungi nnyo kye mukola ekyo okubanga muzimba eggwanga ne famire zammwe. Buli wookeera n'osobola okubanga onoonya ekiguli amagala eddiba, era awo wennyini ne Katonda wagamba wagenda okuyimirira abe ng'akuwa omukisa gwe, obanga agamba ajja kuwa omukisa emirimu gy'emikono gyo. So kirungi okubanga okeera n'osalawo okubanga okazana onoonye mpola mpola ku ngeri gy'osobola okubanga okyusaamu obulamu. Amannya nze Edgar Matthew Karuhanga. Program gy'olaba bagiyita The Mighty Drive, ebeerayo buli lunaku olwa Mande paka ku lunaku olwokutaano. Tutandika ku ssaawa 2 ez'okumakya paka ku ssaawa 4. Tubeerawo ne tunyumya ku nsonga ez'enjawulo kubanga tukkiriza the first way of finding solutions, oba omulundi ogusookera ddala ogw'okufunamu solutions z'ebizibu byaffe kwe kubyogerako, ekyo ekisookera ddala. So mwe bannayuganda abali eyo totiirangako ddala okubanga oyogera ekiba tekikusanyusizza oba engeri gy'olowooza gye tusobola okubanga tukyusaamu ebiba bigenda mu maaso mu mawanga gaffe, mu famire zaffe na buli wamu wetusinziira okubanga tuweereza buli lunaku. So mbaaniriza nnyo ku programu eno. Si ye programu yokka ebeera ku mukutu guno, nedda tulina programu ez'enjawulo. Kati ng'olunaku olwaleero ku ssaawa 5 eza kalasamayanzi tugenda kubanga tulaba teeka ki, so temugisubwa, etandika ku ssaawa 5. Ebeera mu lulimi lwaffe lwa wano etumikisingamu oluusi n'oluzungu, naye nga tuba twogera ku mateeka basically. Twategeera nti no mu ggwanga muno oluusi amateeka tegabeera respected oba abantu tebagamanyi nagamanya, so kwe kuleetera teeka ki ebeerayo ku lunaku olwo. So tulina ne shows ez'enjawulo. Tulina the interface show yebeerayo lunaku lwa 6. Tulina the voltage lunaku lwa 5. Kawungeezi ebeerawo hotline yabaddeyo olunaku lw'eggulo okwegamba tubeera ne show ez'enjawulo. The Afro Caribbean link naye ebeerayo olunaku lwa 3. Mami Noman tumuhimbise yatera okubanga agikubiriza. So osobola okubanga otulaba buli wamu osinzidde, osobola okubanga olaba programu zaffe ez'enjawulo. Tubeerayo ne ku press conferences, tuzi live streaming, tukola photography, tukola videography ey'omikolo gyo gyonna. So oba weetaaga okubanga ofuna services bwe zityo, don't hesitate. Osobola okubanga otusindikira ka message ku social media zaffe ez'enjawulo. Tusindike direct message at the Alternative Uganda, tusindikire message eyo at Digitalk TV. Tujja kusobola okubanga tukuddamu tutandikiraawo tube nga tusobola okuba nga tukyusa eggwanga lyaffe lino. So gwayagala productions ezo oba programs ezo oba products ezo tusobola okuba nga tukikolera. Tusobola n'okulanga ebyamaguzi ebyo. Wano tulanga ebyamaguzi eby'enjawulo kasita bibanga bikkirizibwa oba nga biri legal, tusobola okuba nga tubikulangira wano So kubira programs director w'ekifo kino omwami Mukose Arnold gwayagala okuba essimu enamba eri noti musanvu noti emu munana noti 212 mu lulimi olungereza ogamba 0701 800 212 tujja kusobola okubanga ojja kusobola okubanga olichinga omwami oyo Mukose Arnold Anthony nange kennyini osobola okunsindikira ka message ku mikutu gyange at Edgar Matthew Karuhanga wonna osobola okubanga ondaba munzikirize ngendeko mawulire agabadde eyo gye mutabadde olunaku olw'ejjo n'olunaku olwaleero ngenda tandikirako wano mu ggwanga olunaku lw'eggulo gyaweze emyaka 30 bukyanga obwakabaka bwa Buganda bwakomezebwawo oba bukyanga omwami Ronald Muwenda kabaka Ronald Muwenda Mutebi owokubiri weyise emyaka 30 bukyanga atuuzibwa ku Namulondo y'abajjajjaabe olunaku lw'eggulo ebikujjuko byabadde bingi era twalabye celebrations ez'enjawulo naddala wali mu lubiri lwa kabaka Emmengo kabaka yabadde mwali ng'atudde entanda era ffenna kyatusanyusizza nnyo ebifaananyi eby'abantu ab'enjawulo babadde bangi twalabye ba members of parliament babaddewo mu mbeera eyo twalabye aba businessmen twalabye aba elders twalabye abantu ab'enjawulo government leaders bonna babaddewo mpolampola nga abeene aweza emyaka 30 wanga ajaguza emyaka 30 ng'ali ku Namulondo y'abajjajjaabe okukomyawo obwakabaka si ekintu kye wali olowooza nti no kyalibadde kyangu mu kaseera bwe kati naye tusobola okuba nga tugamba afazaali kuva omwaka gwa 1993 paka 2023 kabaka abadde atudde entanda era nga ali mu kubanga akubiriza n'okukulembera Obuganda so kabaka Ronald Muwenda Mutebi twagala okubanga tujaguza wamu naye era okubanga naffe tuteeka ettoffaali oba eddoboozi okubanga tumuyozaayoza okuweza emyaka 30 si kyangu okubanga owezeza emyaka egyo ng'okulembera obanga ng'okulembera Abaganda n'Obuganda awamu kwegamba kino ekintu si ekintu ky'osobola okutwala mu luzungu kye bagamba lightly so congratulations oba yoga ayisa abasajja magulu nnyondo bene chuchu musota gonna agomanya g'ekisiikirize kya Katonda twagala okubanga tujaguza wamu naye congratulations yoga myaka 30 nga akulemberamu wali Obuganda ndoza tuveeko kaawo tugendeko mu mawulire amalala President Museveni naye akyali kutuwa ye mu Eastern Europe eyo President Museveni nga nnaku z'omwezi ndoza zaali 26 yava wano okubanga ayolekera wali mu ggwanga erya Russia mu kibuga ekya St Petersburg okubanga yeetaba mu the Africa Russia Summit ebadde eri mu kugenda mu maaso ng'etojjera eyo kino nno abakulembeze ab'enjawulo mu lukalu luno olwa Africa batindiza engendo empanvu okubanga bagendako wali e Russia okumiitinga Vladimir Putin basobole okubanga bateesa ku bintu eby'enjawulo ku bimu President Museveni byateesezaako ng'ali mu Russia y'ensonga y'amafuta n'ensonga y'emmere ya Uganda n'agamba tusobola okubanga tutradinga nga tubawo emmere nabo basobola okubanga bagitugulako basobola n'okujja ne beetaba mu mafuta aga Uganda bwe yavudde mu ggwanga erya Russia gye yalabye Vladimir Putin President Museveni yayolekedde ng'ekyo ekifaananyi ky'obadde olaba mu ggwanga erya Serbia mu kibuga ekya Belgrade omwami oyo gye yasinzidde okubanga agulawo Uganda Trade Hub eri mu kifo ekyo ng'agamba eno Trade Hub egenda kubanga eyamba Bannayuganda ab'enjawulo okutunda ebyamaguzi byabwe naye ate n'okubanga bamaketinga ebintu bya Uganda byekoze ate of course n'abasajja abasabya basobola okubanga bagenda ne bajja ebyamaguzi ebyo mu mbeera yennyini so wetwogerera nga President Museveni akyali mu ggwanga erya Serbia era ekintu kyasinze okubanga asoosowaza y'ensonga ya coffee yagambye mu mawanga ag'enjawulo naddala mu bibuga bya Eastern Europe oba mawanga ag'enjawulo Eastern Europe gye njogerako mu abatagimanyi ge mawanga nga g'owulira ga Russia amawanga nga Belarus amawanga nga Serbia amawanga nga Bolivia amawanga ago agali mu bugwanjuba obwa Europe Eastern Europe omanyi Eastern Europe ne Western Europe bali awo Western Europe be bantu bosobola ogamba bali a bit liberal abantu abakkiriza mu ddembe kye tuba tugamba freedom liberty kugamba abantu bwe bali libertarians and democrats tuba tuwakubayita mu lulimi Olungereza naye bw'ogenda mu Eastern Europe oba mu bugwanjuba bwa Europe olabira ddala nti no it's not the same bakyali a bit traditional naade mpulira n'olunaku ndowooza sabiti ewedde Russia naye yayise etteeka erigaana okukyusa gender identity oba okukyusa ekikula ky'omuntu kikulaga how conservative the Eastern countries are kati President Museveni ali ku tour mu ezo Eastern countries abaddeko mu Russia kati abadde Serbia gyabadde asinzira okubanga ayogera ku nsonga zino so mu mawanga ga Eastern Europe in fact generally Europe yonna batera nnyo okuconsuminga kye bayita coffee so President Museveni ate nga mukimanyi Uganda has one of the best coffee species in the world. I can say that without fear of contradiction. Coffee waffe wakawa waffe mulungi nnyo era abadde one of the things we market so much. So President Museveni agambye bano abantu abakozesa coffee basobola okubanga batandika okubanga bamujja Uganda mu mbeera eyo yennyini. In fact n'ekizibu ekyo ekya coffee ndowooza President Museveni yali badde nakyakyogerako nti coffee waffe tetumuprocessinga engeri gye tumutunda tutunda raw coffee ate omuntu abamuprocessinga naddala babazungu Abangereza mu Europe omwo bajja mu processing ate bamutunde ku bbeeyi eya waggulu because wetegereza bwe baba bagulanga kilo ya coffee nga bagituguzeeko wano roughly katugambe bayinza ogitwalira ku 10,000 nga mmeka just speculate maybe around 3,000 4,000 ebeera nga $1 emu woba ogibalidde on the international market naye woba ogenze ate oli omuyo omuzungu agenda kufuna eyo kilogram on $1 or around what 50-60 cents agende agiprocessing bulungi ate atunde akakebe kamu bwe kati ku $50 okitegeera so ekyo President Museveni nakyalina okubanga akinoonyeza eddagala how better can we export our coffee here because coffee gwe yasinze okubanga ateekako amakanda so ndowooza coffee waffe ono ndowooza naffe tusobola okuyiga engeri gye tusobola okuba nga tumuprocessinga okubanga asobola okuba nga ayamba at the end of the day nga tumutunda ne tumufunamu akasimbi akeegasa so President Museveni ali mu ggwanga erya Serbia tali yekka yagenze ne State Minister of Foreign Affairs Okukolebwa yabaddeyo of course wabaddeyo first son Muhoozi Kainerugaba mutabani wa president ate nga ye special advisor on special operations yabaddeyo naye in fact nalabyeko ne ku bifaananyi bya omwami Odrek Rwabogo ono ye first son-in-law wetuba tugamba yabeera son-in-law owa president omwami Odrek Rwabogo in fact yabadde ne mukyala we Pastor Patience Rwabogo nabo babaddeyo mpolampola nalabyeko ku bifaananyi byabwe batindize olugendo okubanga bayolekera mu Europe eyo President Museveni gyali simanyi di president lwasuubira okubanga akomawo mu ggwanga naye ekyo nabadde ndaba n'abaana nga bakuba olwogolo ku social media awo nga bagamba nti government ino oba toli wagiwamba kati toligiwamba kubanga twatuusa akaseera nga president ali mu ggwanga vice president yadde tali mu ggwanga prime minister yabadde tali mu ggwanga nga in fact omuntu yekka yadde aliwo wosobola ogamba yadde akwata obuyinza yadde n'obuyinza yadde chief justice naye bali bagambye naye omusajja n'abalema okukwata mu mbeera eyo that is just in a moment of wit oba okusaaga mpolampola naye nga tuvuddeko kaawo tugendeko mu stories endala waliwo coup ndoza mujjukira sabiti ewedde mu ggwanga erya Niger liri wali mu West Africa twalaba okuwamba kwa gavumenti y'omwami President Bizuma omwami oyo bamaze dde okubanga gavumenti ye bagiwamba mu kaseera ako kennyini omwami yagiwamba ye in fact ono President Bazoum Mohamed ye president wa Niger gwe bakwata oba gwe bawambako obuyinza mu mbeera eyo naye ng'ovuddeko kaawo omwami yamuwambye bamuyita Abdurrahman Chiani ono yasimaze dde okubanga asetinga akakiiko ke bayituumye National Council for the Safeguard of Niger ono abadde tebakimanyi Chiani musajja abadde yakulembera abakuumi ba president oba kyewali badde oyitanga SFC wano oba Presidential Guard Brigade edda bagiyitanga PGB mu kaseera ako so oba oyagala kukitegeera so kikwetinga ku SFC ya wano agikulembera kati ani ye Donna Baasa oba yavaayo simanyi siri kushuwa naye omukulembeze wa SFC n'awamba president w'ekiki kyabadde mu ggwanga eryo erya Niger. We bamaze okumuwamba oba we bamuwamba twalaba okwekalakasa nga kugenda mu maaso mu bibuga ebyenjawulo wadde tekwalimu a lot of violence oba temusi bantu bangi abattibwa. Kyani ye ensonga gyawa nti waliwo ebintu ebiremye president Bazoum okubanga abihandolinga bulungi era ye ng'alowooza ne banne bagenda kubanga bakola ekintu ekinasobola okubanga kiyamba eggwanga. In fact bagambye okumuwamba ono baadde bayamba oku avoidinga oba okulemesa omusaayi ogwali badde guyiika omungi mu mbeera eyo. So ye ne banne basazeewo okubanga amateeka bagatwalira mu ngalo ne bakwata president omulonde ono. President bamulonda mu mwaka gwa 2021 twali tulonda wano nabo abasajja be Niger nabo bali balonde eyo. So President Mohamed Bazoum bamulonda era ekisanja kibadde kyakatambulako ndooza myaka 2 gyokka era abakuumi be ne bamuwamba. Twayogedde in fact ensonga lwaki ndese story eno efaananya ebimu byafulumya olunaku lw'eggulo nga biraga state of president ono omwami omwami Mohamed Bazoum ali bulungi talina buzibu bwonna era abantu ab'enjawulo abadde babuuza president ali atya yeewulira atya ndowooza amawulire mwagafunye mu mbeera eyo yennyini. So bikyagenda mu maaso mu Niger twalabye nga abasajja ba ECOWAS ekyo nno kiringa bode etwala some countries in the West African part of Africa bavuddeyo ne bakivumirira. President Museveni yabadde Russia yavumiridde enkola eno ye President Ruto naye yavuddeyo n'ayogera yakoze ne ka video nga alemesa obanga awakanya obanga avumirira engeri abambi bano gye bakuttemu obuyinza mu ggwanga eryo erya Niger. In fact tuba twogera ku nsonga eyo oba otunulya belt eyo eya West African countries ezo waliwo gye bayita the belt erimu amawanga ngaago ga Chad, amawanga nga ga Niger, amawanga nga ga Guinea, olaba eyo line Sudan, wabaddeyo unrests oba coup d'etats okuva ku mwaka gwa 2020 tulabye coup d'etats ezisukka mu 7 era kino ekintu kyosobola okugamba ekiri common. Twalaba wali mu Guinea Conakry omwami Kano Domboya yakwata obuyinza mu ggwanga lino lyennyini lye tubaddemu erya Niger obuyinza baabukwata Chad mumanyi ekiriyo Mali paka kati byebimu nsonga zezimu kukwata buyinza. In fact West Africa ennaku zino ekintu kibadde kyeyolese nnyo ekyokubanga abakulembeze bawamba gavumenti ennonde ez'abantu sorry abannamagye bawamba gavumenti erondeddwa abantu oba abakulembeze abalondebwa abantu. Kino nno abantu ab'enjawulo bakivumiridde era kiba kituzaayo. Nze neewuunya okuba nga tuli mu mwaka gwa 2023 ate tukyalaba coup d'etats on the African continent. Ekyo oluusi nawe weebuuza naye Abafirika kiki waliwo ebintu byetasobola kulaba mu mbeera eyo. In fact sikena nakiteeka ku Bafirika bokka naye generally there are some things we shouldn't be doing in 2023. Chiringa mwami Russia we yayingirira Ukraine. Yes, interests ziyinza okuba weeziri, historical ties weeziri. Naye mwaka gwa 2023 twalibadde tetulaba ntalo. Mwaka gwa 2023 twalibadde tetulaba amawanga nga invading amawanga mugannaabwe. Twalibadde tetulaba bintu nga coup d'etats in 2023 where the world is a global village. Naye waayo oluusi weewuunya kiki ekiba kigenda maaso. So president ye bamukuttedde wa Niger era katulinde tulabe Niger nno abatagimanyiri erimu ku mawanga. In fact eggwanga erisinga abavubuka mu Africa fene tuddako aba Uganda. Niger erimu population yabo abasinga bavubuka era singa badde okwegugunga okwabadde kugenda maaso eyo bavubuka be badde bakulembeddemu era nga bagamba si basanyufu na biki ebigenda mu maaso mu ggwanga erya Niger. Ndoza kamalize ne helicopter crash yabadde mu ggwanga wano ndoza wiki ewedde kunaku lwa mukaaga waliwo helicopter crash wali mu northern Uganda yagwa mpola mpola era ekirungi ekiriwo nti tewali muntu yenna yakosebwa. Tewali muntu yakosebwa. Pilots bonna n'abaali mu nnyonyi eyo bonna bali bulungi nnyo ddala. Kino nno kitiisa kubanga Uganda we have a track record ey'okubanga ennyonyi zaffe nnyingi zigwa. Simanyi lwaki naddala mu training centers bwezityo tuluzinze ba pilots bangi abafudde mu mbeera eyo nga bali mu kubonga ennyonyi zaffe. Tulina track record naddala mu nnyonyi z'amagye. We don't have a very good track record. Tulina nnyo track record ey'okubanga ennyonyi zigwa nnyo helicopter naddala ez'amagye for the last 20 years wona atuula ogenda kulaba nga obubenje bungi bwe tubadde nabo wano mu Uganda naye simanyi president bakola ki n'abakulembeze naddala bannamagye abo ba commanders what is there okubanga kino ekintu tukola ki tukiziyiza kubanga kizibu ekiri mu kumalawo bannayuganda ziri 23 ezakayita ku ssaawa 2 ez'okumakya tugenda kuba nga tuwumulamu katono olunaku olwayo tugenda kuba tunyumira ku road accidents kubanga nga wenjogedde ku aeroplane accidents tuyina a lot of road accidents on the streets today accidents nyingi nnyo wetwogereranga ndoza wiki ewedde yokka twafuna accident 451 kwezo 77 zaali feto ku zino abantu 219 be bafuna injuries then abantu abasukka mu 79 nabo be baaluzinga obulamu bwabwe lwaki mu sabbiiti emu abantu 79 basobola okufa and this has been the phenomenon kibadde kigenda mu maaso buli wiki poliisi bwefulumya olukalala olwa road accidents ogenda kubanga weewuunya ate nga abantu abasinza okubanga bafuna accidents zino be bantu aba boda tusobola kutya okubanga tulekeraawo embeera eno tulina omwami SP Gamal Abdulkadri onono ya commanding wali Kampala Metropolitan East traffic commandant ya commanding traffic police wali mu Kampala Metropolitan East and of course tulina akulembera ba drivers oba Uganda Driving School Association of Uganda omwami Kilama Roy tugenda tubanga tunyumyamu naye paka ku ssaawa 4 ez'okumakya temusubwale zikufa short commercial break abagenyi baffe bajje tutandike emboozi.
The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Go to the church, though.
Tawali man, what's up?
Man, can you imagine people just dump everywhere? Someone drinks water and throws the bottle wherever.
Come on, Rogers. What else do you expect people to do with an empty bottle?
Simanya now, recorder. Did you know that plastics take at least 450 years to decompose?
What? That's a long time.
Exactly. Because plastics are made out of a lightweight and flexible material that doesn't decompose easily. And plastics everywhere in the environment cause plastic pollution.
What is plastic pollution now?
It is the accumulation of plastic waste in the environment, like bottles, polythene bags, straws. All of these contribute to plastic pollution.
I have been using them without knowing their effect.
Yeah, a lot of people have. Plastics are a danger to the ecosystem, both on land and in water.
So how can we overcome this problem? Is there something we can do?
Oh yes, we can reduce by minimizing the use of plastics, reuse by repurposing them, or recycle by collecting and processing them into new products.
Everyone wants to change the world, but no one wants to change themselves for the world.
How about we change our habits for the world?
And it starts with me and you.
This message is brought to you by Alternative Digitalk.
Looking for a pair of shoes? Let's Up Stores has a wide range of selection for unisex footwear. We have the best quality of all brands at pocket-friendly prices and we make deliveries countrywide. Just place your order or reach us on 0772 08 0090. You can also check up at Let's Up Stores on all our social media platforms. Let's Up, craft your own footprints. Hi Rogers, can I ask you something?
Shoot.
What does corruption mean?
Well, summarily, corruption is abuse of public power for personal gain or for the benefit of a group to which one owes allegiance. For example, when a public office is abused by an official accepting or soliciting a bribe. By the way, private people can be corrupt too, like bribing police officers to escape fines.
Okay. So exactly how does that concern me?
Well, do you pay taxes?
I guess yeah. What does that have to do with this?
Everything. Because those taxes you pay are supposed to facilitate services you use, like water, electricity, roads construction, medicines in hospitals, name it.
Okay, that is much bigger than I thought. But it can be stopped, right?
Well, yes, it can, although it may not be as easy as it sounds. And here is the reason why. Corruption roots are grounded in our country's social, political, economic, bureaucratic traditions and policies.
So, what has kept it going this long? I mean, why don't we stop it?
Well, the main reason why it has been here for so long is because institutions are weak, either as a result of poorly defined ethical standards of public service, weak administrative and financial systems, or ineffective watchdog agencies.
What can we do to stop it?
At a national level, we must focus on strengthening the independence and effectiveness of public institutions that fight corruption. At a personal level, we must commit to never giving a bribe.
I promise I'll never give a bribe.
Well, that's a great decision you have made. Me and you now have to spread this message to all our friends. If we all do our part, corruption will be no more.
This message is brought to you by Alternative Digitalk.
Are you craving for that special meal that will entice your taste buds and leave you with lasting thrilling memories? Look no further. Spice Island Bulenga has got your answer. Natural, fresh and delicious juice, the best meals. Don't miss our daily specials from Monday to Sunday. Pizza Wednesday, Saturday Pizza Bonanza, you buy one and take two. Come dine with us and feel the experience. We are located at Prime Shopping Center in Bulenga, Mitiana Road. For inquiries, call us on 0704111720. Spice Island, we treat your cravings.
The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Is my name, and of course it's just 28 minutes past the top of the 30 minutes past the top of the hour. Thank you so much for keeping it Digitalk TV. Okulwanyisa bagambye dda nti tugenda kubanga tulina Afande Abdulkadri Gamal onono ya commanding traffic police naddala wali mu Kampala Metropolitan East oba ekitundu ky'Obugwanjuba in Kampala Metropolitan. Tumuyina wano, and of course nina n'omwami Kilama Roy onono vice chairperson wa Uganda Driving School Association of Uganda. So tugenda kubanga tunyumya ku nsonga. In fact omulamu abagulese nga bagamba who is to blame for the road carnage. Naye those are blaming tena chekola most of the times really. But how do we find solutions to fight this particular challenge that has been recurring for over and over and over? Muzikiriza nnyaniza abagenyi baffe olunaku olwaleero tuveeko awo tutandike emboozi y'olunaku olwaleero. Ngenda tandika naawe Afande. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm lucky and I appreciate the will of God that I'm able to be here alive and be able to be present here.
Sure.
Thank you.
Pleasure is all mine. You're welcome, Mr. Kilama.
Thank you so much, sir.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm so happy to be here.
That's good to know.
Yes, sure.
So this just last week about Sabiti here, where tugenda kubanga tugattamu olulimi Olungereza n'Oluganda mpola for both our audiences. Sabiti here, where police yamaze okubanga tukakasa nti twafuna Obubenje 451 accidents. Kuzino 77 of them zali fatal oba zali mbi nnyo abantu bangi bafiira mu fatal kitegeeza abamu bafiira mu fatalities. Then zali serious zali 219. Then zosobola ogamba ezali minor zali 155. Abantu abafudde Sabiti ewedde nga bafudde due to road accidents bali abantu 79. Then abantu abafunye injuries oba bafunye ebizibu ku mibiri gyabwe bali abantu 338. Eno Sabiti yokka ewedde kwegamba makugamba kuva ku Monday paka ku Sunday oba kitwa tubala 7 days last week bano be bantu abafiiridde mu mbeera eno. Ngenda tandika ne Afande yennyini. Afande, every day, every week, we have these statistics. Is in worry. We tuba tugamba abantu 7-9 afande tuba tutegeeza wali amaka agayina ebinnya kati 7-9. That means someone lost a father, a daughter, a son. Why is it that we are still here up to today, Afande?
I think you neanza abalabi baffe.
Yes, sir.
I always say ebiseera bisinga nkozesa ekigambo ekigamba nti empisa. Accidents zino ebiseera bisinga ziva ku mpisa yaffe engeri gye tukozesaamu enguudo. Okuleka nga tukendeezezza oba nga twezeeko mu butya bwe tweyisa nga tuli ku nguudo. Crashes, road crashes. Nja kusaba onzikiriza enkozesa ekigambo road crashes. Kwazi tusinga okufuna wano accidents, ekigambo accident kyanjawulo nnyo. Kusinza ku bye tulina mu ggwanga muno tulina crashes. Crashes zino ebiseera bisinga ziri led by human error. Abantu baffe, baganda baffe, bannyinaffe, bazadde baffe, mikwano gyaffe, bwe tubeera nga tuli ku nguudo ne tutazikozesa ng'amateeka bwe galagira, tumaliriza tusaabazizza oba tusaabadde bubi ku nguudo. Nti omuntu okugeza njala kugamba kuwa ekyokulabirako buli lunaku oveeka ewaka ojja okukola. Njagala ombuulire ffenna abalaba abantu abo bakozesa ekkubo balikozesa batya. Owa pikipiki alikozesa atya, ow'emmotoka alikozesa atya, ow'ebigere alikozesa atya. Nti obuvunaanyizibwa bwaffe bwonna okubeera nga tulina empisa butya bwe tweyisa. Owa pikipiki avuga mu nvuga ey'obulabe eri abakozesa ekkubo naye. Owa pikipiki gwe omuzadde ali ewaka omuwa abaana 3. Bameka? 3. Ne neighbor n'amuwa bameka?
2.
Mwenna ne muwa omuntu atya? Owa piki.
Sibe bantu nga 6 ku piki.
N'amuteeka mu maaso ku mayembe, 3 n'abuteeka emabega, buli omu n'alanga okukwata ku jaketi ya munne. Njala kulaga empisa yaffe.
Yes.
Nti ffenna kitukwatako nti empisa yaffe buli lwefa tumaliza tufuna ebizibu bino. Nti ojja kugamba poliisi etuyambe, poliisi ekole kwaffe amazima gali nti tulina okukwasa amateeka. Naye tunaakwasa amateeka buli gye muli eyo. Mu busokolosokolo buli wamu tunaabeerayo. Gw'olaba nawe oli muzadde naye abaana bw'abeera ewaka n'agenda mu muti omulala w'otali. Ekisobola okufuga omwana okubeera nga yeetereeza n'atafuna bizibu kugwa ku muti kwe kubeera nga ajjukira by'omugamba. Weegendereze, tobuukabuuka ku miti, tolinnya miti gy'otakola ki? Gy'otasobola. Gwe bakuvuga ku pikipiki nga tolina helmet. Njala nkweyo sinaali. Njala nkulaga eno empisa y'ekkubo. Bino byonna tubifuna. Bakuvuga nga tolina helmet naye ng'akuvuga alina ki?
Helmet. Oluusi naye agiina naye agitadde ne wano ku mayembe.
Nti agiina agitadde wali kati ate helmet kati ekuuma headlights, headlamp. Mwicho kumobuchi obulamu. Oli bw'aba alina helmet ate ngiringa watermelon gye baalyamu kyonna ekimyufu. Njala weetegereza ababodaboda bo bakasitoma abo bo bakozesa. Ogenda ku stage olaba ojja kusanga ne helmet emu. Awalina okubeera akasumali aka factory made nga batisaawo omusumali gw'eggaali kati gwateeka ku mutwe. Kyova omubuuza ti kuno omusumaali senga oba ogutadde ku mutwe n'ogwa ki ekiddako
ogenda kwetta.
So ebiseera abeera nakyo nga bw'okyogedde nti kwekuumisa kuli ulinzi yeekuuma. Abasirikale kyaba bajja ne mbalengera nga nkola ki? Kati mu nsobi esenga ogwa ng'okitaddeko oyagala okuyita ku musirikale. So abantu temukola lwakuba poliisi. Kubera ekizinga nti poliisi senga eri wano senga kola. No. Oba kitegere ne bwe mbeera wano ndi ku speed enforcement okugeza. Okay? Nkwata mu abatakkiriza bavuga ki? Gwe kimanyi oli avuga n'akendeeza speed. Olw'okuba alabye atega maalo omukwata, omusirikale omukwata, omukuba penalty.
Yes sir.
Okitegedde? Aba yakampisa n'agyongera. Okitegedde?
Abadde akikolera ggwe.
Tokikolera nze. Kikolere ggwe. Amateeka gano galiwo okukuuma ggwe obulamu bwo n'ebintu ovuga emmotoka nyawe olina waasiwaasi. Omuzungu waliwo kyayita aggressive driving. Kati gwe oyinza okuba ovuga emmotoka nga yanjawulo ku yoono. Era gwe omanyi waliwo abavuga emmotoka ne balowooza nti bo bakitala.
Abasubaru.
Nti ye bwemba nvuga emmotoka erina kyemutuma.
Kankubuuzeko. Tutuuse wano otya?
Anti kyembadde ngenda okujjako naye mbadde gyasooka akole submission ye.
Ate tulina plan kuvaayo otya?
Nti kati this discipline omuntu you follow, you comply with the rules of the goberera amateeka. Tovuga lwakuba ggwe olowooza olina eddembe okubeera. Buli omu alina eddembe okukuba. Okay? Tovugisa kimama, toyisa otanayisiza. Okitegedde? Tonywa. Don't do drunk driving. Tobeera mu mbeera yakubeera ng'oli mutamiivu alina ovuga emmotoka. Ontegedde? Bw'oba oli mulwadde togenda kukuba okutambula. Okozesa eddagala liku-affectinze. Yes, you need somebody to help you. Oba okitegedde? Abaana abato bw'oba otambuza abaana tobatambuza mu sayidi yakku emmotoka zijja bakulyako. Okay? Babeere off the gwe obeera yenna. You get me? Ebyo abogeze abatambuza ebigere.
Njagala nsooke nkubuuze ku kibayita road culture. Kubanga kyeka mu Uganda muno tetulina road culture. Naye nga tetunajjawo Mr. Kilama.
Yes sir.
This point gye tuli mu kwogerako. These increasing fatalities. And I want us to first look at last week because it's the most recent. 451. How did we get to this point? Are you the drivers to blame? Yes, to some extent they're saying overspeeding, but how did we get here before you even start to look at the numbers here? Malala manji.
No, there is also a lot of excitement. When you look at this rate of numbers,
yes.
There's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of irresponsible people who are trying to bring out the ideas which are not on the ground.
Yeah.
Looking at the numbers, if we are to even to say to blame somebody, it is not yet time to blame. Because when I look at one road, yes, how many forces, let's say, ask Afande, on one road, how many do you give to man that road? You might find only 2. In Yusuf, you might find 2 traffic officers. And the other one is now someone to help them.
But why should we have traffic officers in 2023? Countries don't have traffic officers standing on the road.
I don't know. There's no any other country where you cannot, like let's say, enforce a law. Look at what is the work of the police officers? Are you supposed to enforce the law? In other words, then they don't have a job. If they are not supposed to enforce the law, then they don't have a job. But the issue is, how did we even reach here? Or even how are we going to move away from here? You know, when the border section, we call it now the transport means, comes into, we didn't have no plan for them.
That's the thing. Even up to date,
I don't know, Afande, do you guys have any training to how we are going to get away from this point? Because now it seems to be late for us. How are we going to get away from here? Now we are going to produce more traffic officers on the road. And then, do we have any more training on how we are going to get away from where we are? Or that is how we are going to be until we find our way out.
The question is, are your driving schools giving the drivers the skills they need? Because we have heard of cases where someone gets a driving permit through a driving school without even going to drive practically. Because I know Roy, and I can pay something to Roy. Roy goes, finds a way of getting me a driving license. All I do is to just go and take my prints and everything. Are you guys doing your job, really?
You're doing the job too much. I tell you, we are doing the job too much. And I don't think if you are to look statistics of what you're trying to say, how is the statistics of the people who have learned from the driving school? How are they performing on the road? And the statistics of the people who have been driving, or they have learnt alone and they're using the road.
We've not made a survey, but I think the ones who have not gone to driving schools may be even driving better.
Well,
that's my opinion.
That is your opinion.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
You're entitled to your opinion.
Because there is no research that has been done.
You're entitled to your opinion. But I tell you, there is nobody that we are going to say, like for now, I had a plan of giving my proposal to Afande that since we have few people who are manning the road, can we use other means to make sure these roads are safe? The other day I gave a proposal to a director of traffic. I told them, the leader of these borders, can we have the leader of the borders to subsidize and add on the traffic? Let's say there are some roads that the traffic cannot handle.
Yes.
And the roundabout is something which is now unusual. I have seen now people driving opposite the other side because they are saying it takes the time to rotate. So, in other words, what I'm trying to mean is if Afande can even buy the idea, can we bring more men on the road that will understand the language? Because now, I don't know if you're sure of the rumors which is coming, that maybe if the traffic is not doing enough, we are bringing the army on the road. Are you aware of that?
I've heard of that rumor, but I still think it's just a rumor, really.
Yeah, we can take it as a rumor. But now what if it becomes onto face?
But you see, the thing, Roy, what I'm trying to say is that when you bring police officers, soldiers on the road, that means you are treating the problem. But I'm talking about preventing. In countries that are developed, in fact, let's even go to Kenya, you're going to find very few people on the road. Most of the people who are following, maybe it's camera, there is a system that is in place where you don't need a human person to be looking at you to say, go slow. Oh, you get what I'm trying to say?
Look at one thing is, do we have data to start thinking of that? I almost wanted to ask you, where did you get this report of 1 week?
From Uganda police, this gentleman.
I didn't read it because the Uganda police does not give the status of a week. And I don't know which website did you get this. You know, when the status is not there, we cannot prepare ourselves to move far. Because the truth is, let's first see that what happened within Kampala Central Region. What happened there? What is the cause of this problem? Then we can treat. But if we are trying to bring on what happened, it is not going to take us anywhere. It is not what happened. It is who did it where.
All right. Let me start to. Do we have a road culture, sir? Road culture. I'm going to give you an example of a country like Germany. Okay, those people are far from us and they have a default. But these people, when it's time for traffic and everybody is stuck, they all push on either side of the road. So they leave a line in between here where police cars can pass, ambulances, and things like that. So that is one type of a culture. In Uganda here, what is that culture we say?
But even before you even go to ask Afande that, who are the right people to move with those sirens? Because I remember, Afande, one time you guys tried to push a certain force to make sure that who are the right people to move with those sirens. I'm almost seeing NAUG with a double indicator having a right of way. And they will move on the other way. I don't know who can stop them or who can ask them where they're going.
Some of them are allowed to actually do that. They are given mandate by the Constitution to have lead cars and things like that. But then,
Afande, does it really mean
some people may abuse it? So maybe
does it really mean that when you have a lead car, you're supposed to have right of way?
Afande, please tell us.
Thank you. Thank you, moderator and my brother Roy. I will tell you that when I was talking in my speech, first introduction of body, I told about the discipline.
Yes, sir.
It's all about the discipline. Yes. The road culture. Culture means you have norms and values.
Exactly.
You get me? So the norms and values, one, we have. Okay? We have the rules of the road. You get me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got the CAP 361, the Traffic Road Safety Act. It is there.
Those are rules.
And now I'm bringing for you. You get me?
Yes, sir.
That's the formality. Now when I tell you the discipline, okay, that's the human discipline. You get my point? You're telling me They are all out there. They are watching. Those who are not watching, you're seeing them. You who is not seeing, tell me, is it proper for you to aggressively drive on shoulders?
No.
No, logically. You know, these are logical things. And when your logical fails, then other things comes in. You get me? Is it sober enough for you to go to the bar with your car, you drink, up to what time, then you go into the road? You understand? These are, and everybody who behaves that way is aware he's doing the wrong what?
Thing.
The wrong thing. And actually, no one misbehaves and doesn't realize that he's misbehaving. So when you bring about the culture, it's the discipline, like I tell you, it's the discipline. So people are losing their discipline. One, maybe I can say, like my brother said, some maybe because of excitement. Okay? Some because of irregularities in their thinking, I may use that word. Because nobody, I tell you the truth, if you're a driver, one, you must respect the road users. If I'm driving, I should respect the
driver on the road.
Yeah, then the vulnerable people, who are the motorcyclists, okay, the pedestrians. No matter what, okay, like for example, I'm on the road, fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And I'm in my lane, I'm supposed to be moving, there's no reason why I should not be moving. But all of a sudden, you see somebody misbehaving. For example, a pedestrian who just dumps in the road, do you just crush that person?
No.
Logical, like the natural law, does it tell you that just crash? Okay, I'm on the right of way, I'm on the highway, somebody's doing the road. But you've seen that person. Can't you go an extra mile? That's the road culture. People who have moved, they see people respect others, no matter if he has made a mistake. But when you respect this person, the mistake he has done, you're saving somebody's life. You get me? For example, okay, we are in a line, somebody, Gamal comes overtaking, where he's not supposed to overtake. Okay, two, he's supposed to overtake, the road markings telling him, you're supposed to overtake. But is it safe? The law tells you, is it safe for you to overtake? You can't overtake HO vehicles. You get me?
Yes,
you
sir.
can't overtake, okay? Yes, the road markings, the designs are telling you, you can overtake. But there's an oncoming vehicle. So you overtake because the
lines are dotted.
You know? That's the culture. People should have that culture. Actually, inbuilt.
But have
it's
you,
a natural law.
It cannot be inbuilt, Afande.
Now, let me tell you.
There are some things
The
people need
law
to be
comes
taught.
in, no way. Law comes in because you're failing. We expect you to behave. God created man. And he knows that man is a normal human creature, the creature which is so special. You get me? Actually, my religion, Islam, that I believe, he created human creature as a special species. It's different from other creatures. It has the logical thinking. It has the inner him. So when the inner him failed, he brought on prophets. You understand? When you fail, naturally, when you fail, the nature has failed, the artificial part comes in. You get me? We keep on evolving. Now humans are failing. And we come to that point of, like police is not enough everywhere, what. Humanity is evolving. We're having technology. So everywhere we shall have cameras. What will happen? Cameras will be getting you. Now we have a program coming in.
But those cameras are subjective, Afande.
And let me tell you.
You can have your accident, look for your footage, and they tell you you don't have this footage.
Those are some of the challenges. You know, when you're evolving, challenges are on. You know, I'm having a TV show here. Something can happen. That's technology. You have your phone there.
Yes.
Okay. From nowhere, you see the signal telling you that you're okay. But the network is not what?
Fine.
So those are challenges that come in with developments.
Yes.
But I want to too much go to the road culture. When you have no culture,
Yes, sir.
okay, I'm lucky that stations like yours, you're trying to make it fine. The culture. You know, when we were talking here, we were talking about how to behave. and you're improving on the culture of the person,
Yeah.
of the roads, you know,
Yes.
how people should behave, you know. So the sensitization should be in too much. You get me? I just wonder, all people have time to air everything, but it's very hard to find any channel airing about a road crash or road safety tips. It's very hard. Okay? But if all of us, because it's all our responsibility, it's not police, it's not you, all of us have a responsibility, okay?
Yeah.
To tell somebody that, you know what, please behave right on the road. For example, what does it cost you? When you're winding up any other program, you tell people, please people, be careful on the roads. Okay? Just small that thing, you know? You remind somebody who is monitoring, who is listening. For example, we are going out of the program, not about road safety only.
Yeah.
Okay, any program you have, please drive careful.
But
about
drink driving.
Yeah, avoid that thing.
Afande, before you go for the break, I want you to address this gentleman's question about the impunity of people who have lead cars, sirens. You'll find for example, Brian White, who I don't think is mandated to have a lead car. Having a lead car, you'll find any Tom, Dick, and Harry, really. So how are you guys addressing this?
The whole thing goes to the culture, to the display. I'll tell you, the CIC, the Commander-in-Chief in this country, okay, has right of way. Do they drive aggressively? You get my point. I have a police vehicle. You get me? Do I drive aggressively?
But you have a right of way.
No, let me, before you go, even if you have a right of way, I told you those things.
Or do you even move on the other
if you
lane?
have a right of way, even if I'm supposed to be moving in this lane and Mr. Roy comes, how am I supposed to? Let us leave even other things that Gamal is putting on a uniform, okay? He's a police officer. But is he really behaving as a police officer?
Afande, you know, I wish I could interject here.
Please do.
If you could give us the statistics of the people you have implicated them on driving badly, maybe let's say in your fellow force, the government workers, I think it will give a good lessons to them. Because we're seeing it every day going up. And it looks to be the same culture we are talking. It looks to be like
It's the culture we have.
It becomes a culture.
It's the culture we have, that's the thing.
Now, for example, that one, you want to maybe, your strategy is that they should be brought on book, brought in public.
I think that would be a good name and shame, so that someone would really say, it is so-and-so who did this.
But I can imagine, okay, it's not that government vehicles, isn't it? You know, sirens you're talking about, they're almost in every vehicle. Person drives a LOC 300, okay, feels like you should buy those sirens, you know, to make it more.
You know, the most funny thing sometimes is, it is not even sirens. It is just because someone has a lead car with maybe, let's say, escort in front. So it automatically open for them the way.
Yeah, but not all people with lead cars really are bringing road carnage. So we want to settle on the impunity of.
You know,
of
that's
those
why I'm
ones who
saying.
just,
You know, that's why I say it's road culture. Road culture doesn't say the Gamal, the pastor, the sheikh. Okay.
Yeah.
It affects all of us.
Yes, sir.
You get me? That's what I'm saying.
But is there a way you are dealing with these guys?
Yeah, that's why we are there. That's why I'm putting on uniform. Okay? That's why I have a speed enforcement team. Okay? To check those ones who are overspeeding. I have officers in my area, okay, to check on those ones carelessly driving. That's why police traffic is there. To check on those ones. You get me? Now the issue is, okay?
Yes.
For example, these weeks, last week, this week, okay, we have too much enforcement targeting motorcycle riders. You get me?
Yes.
But you tell me, it will bring back that thing of culture. For example, watching Kugambo wa boda boda, yambara a reflective jacket, a bright jacket.
Yambagwe.
Totally complete. Yambara helmet. This is a song.
Yes, sir.
Trust me. Obado uliranga, obado monitoring. We talk to them. We engage the public. You know, we engage the public. We educate. We enforce.
Yes, sir.
Nakatiri mkusomesa. Different channels people are teaching. Mr. Roy will go when he's training people. He will tell them. You get me?
Apparently, maybe you could throw more light on what is your plan on how you are going to get those borders. Do you see them and chase them and get them?
ekyo tugenda kukyogerako in fact because that's where I wanted to go after the break is that there is the border question but there is also the question of corruption and the question of the roads we have. I think we have one of the worst roads in this continent. The worst roads, okay.
This is our country,
yes, but it's one of the worst, and that's the truth. Yeah, one of the worst. I didn't say it's the worst, but one of the worst roads in this country. How can we deal with this particular issue? The border question, and of course, the issue of corruption that has marred a lot of the traffic officers. I'm still with Gamal, and of course, I am with Roy. We are taking a short commercial break. When we come back, we start from there. Send in your questions. I'm seeing a few here. I'll be reading them subsequently as we continue with this program.
The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Go to the church, though.
Tawali man, what's up?
Man, can you imagine people just dump everywhere? Someone drinks water and throws the bottle wherever.
Come on, Rogers. What else do you expect people to do with an empty bottle?
Simanya now, did you know that plastics take at least 450 years to decompose?
What? That's a long time.
Exactly. Because plastics are made out of a lightweight and flexible material that doesn't decompose easily. And plastics everywhere in the environment cause plastic pollution.
What is plastic pollution now?
It is the accumulation of plastic waste in the environment, like bottles, polythene bags, straws, all of these contribute to plastic pollution.
I have been using them without knowing their effect.
Yeah, a lot of people have. Plastics are a danger to the ecosystem, both on land and in water.
So how can we overcome this problem? Is there something we can do?
Oh yes, we can reduce by minimizing the use of plastics, reuse by repurposing them, or recycle by collecting and processing them into new products.
Everyone wants to change the world, but no one wants to change themselves for the world.
How about we change our habits for the world?
And it starts with me and you.
This message is brought to you by Alternative Digitalk.
Looking for a pair of shoes? Less Up Stores has a wide range of selection for unisex footwear. We have the best quality of all brands at pocket-friendly prices and we make deliveries countrywide. Just place your order or reach us on 0772 08 0090. You can also check up at Less Up Stores on all our social media platforms. Less Up, craft your own footprints.
The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. It's exactly 9 a.m. This is the Mighty Drive Show. My name is Edgar. I'm still with Roy from the Uganda Drivers Driving School Association. And of course, I still have Afande Gamal. And of course, we're still talking about the increasing road carnage in the country. Before we went for a break, we're still trying to exhaust a few issues therein. But I want to bring in a new phenomenon, and it's the border question. And I want to start with you, Roy. Roy, in the way you have been seeing these bikwekwetos that police is doing to try to apprehend the borders, sometimes apprehend the cars, and I want to look at it from a broader perspective, really, is what is the soul? Do you think there is a soul behind that is genuine, or the police is just trying to put a facade or trying to put a show for maybe people to see that, hey, we are doing something? But do you really think it's intentional? Is there a purpose to these bikwekwetos that the police is doing?
By the way, before we reach to a level of arresting a border, the police has so many ways of stopping these guys from working, including one of them using their state masters and the people any of them who do not have the driving license from their vehicles or their motorcycles are impounded. Don't move until you get this. You understand? Because if you're waiting for that one day, then we put them on the road and we're saying we are going to arrest them at the roundabout. These guys, they behave so funny.
They won't even come in the queue.
And no, probably they would even move in the opposite way, that you're not willing to chase them. And then I also wonder if, in case something happened, let's say to that border guy, do we have implication on the traffic officers?
Okukinyonnyola obulungi nti engeri gye babakwatamu oluusi oyinza osanga nga agibonze tukinagikyukira wakati waki motoka zijja n'eno because ayagala protecting obutamukwata.
How do you do that? I mean, don't we have another procedure of even getting these borders not even to be, let's say, for example, we had an idea of the General for Mississippi those days that says the Central Police, Central Region, Business Center Region, the border is not supposed to reach. So that means you are going to pass when you know you have this. You don't just come from home and know you are going to work, and yet they are going to arrest you. Can we prevent this so that these people, when they see they don't have this, they stay at home? Instead of saying we are going to arrest them on Monday, we are going to arrest them on Tuesday. And by the way, Afande, there are some things we need to change people's mind behind. Because people thinking that we get permit in one day. And now that you're going to put these things out, and you're saying border must acquire driving license, please let's be lenient that this driving permit, you can't get it in one day. Unless otherwise, we have used different ways of getting it in one day.
Okay. Thank you. Ugandans understand when we talk about different ways. In Uganda, anything can happen. But then I also want to talk about the certification of these border people. Because you realize everybody who feels it's the country is becoming difficult, they enter border. Oh, yes. Right? Someone is just going to go, procure a border, sit on it, start riding. And I don't think there's even proper regulation for these border people. But Afande, what I'm trying to ask here is, what is even the soul of you people who are going to get these guys? First, are you going to just show off to your superiors that you're doing a good job, which is a win for you? Are you really genuine with Ugandans and you are worried about the safety of Ugandans? And of course, we have even had instances where your people, you yourselves, get these border guys and impound their motorbikes after you ride those motorbikes yourselves. After riding those motorbikes yourselves, you are even selling those motorbikes and getting money from them. So really, what is the soul behind these big equators that you do?
Thank you, moderator. The whole thing is bringing sanity on the roads. That's the purpose. Okay. Securing the life and property of people is the core. Okay. As traffic, we want to see people move safely. So enforcement yonna gye tukola.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Eri baganda baffe bonna abakozesa ebidduka. Case in point, Joyce Kenya have a pitch.
Accident, by the way.
Fenga police kuba ebintu by'okukola emirimu tebiri mu kweraga. Nti nkakasibwa okutanga kwambala uniform eno nkole kye nnina okukola. Kye nnina okukola kwe kwasa amateeka. Bwe mba nkwasa amateeka mba siri mu kweraga mba ndikola. Nti border in the community oba kwa waliwo abatali ba border naye nga bavugisa pichipichi. So saga tubere nnyo ekigambo kino ekya border tukyesiba mu nnyo kuba kikiri koma but abakozesa pichipichi bangi. Okay, the best way is omuganda wange abadde ayogera ati waliwo mbeera bukya tusobola okwewala tukozesa stage master, but stage master is in town ali mu Kafu already akali trading center or junction. So jukirira zavuga pichipichi okuva ewaka mpezi ngo tugamba tubakwatire wakati tekewo lo tubasibire tubayina pichipichi nawe so kali kye waliwo ekintu kya
nene moda so parendi agatagambe muno
bakwatire no
ne moda wa namukwata kwa nsajja mujuga namukwata rusa sudde gwabadavuga
no we ndi akati kagambe ekintu kimu omuntu wa pikipiki lwamukwata olwana w'emmotoka asimbula emmotoka omanyi bino byonna byetooloolera ku bakyogeddeko zina kiyise discipline road discipline ekiyise road culture oba kitegedde bumwe mutambudde oba mulaba ne movies kitegedde you should always respect wekitiibwa omusirikale bwakuyimiriza nawe oba okoze otya yimirira okimanyi nti olina oyimirira you get me because akuyimiriza tatandise kugoba no oba kitegedde bwe tusenjala tubeereko nze naawe mu enforcement ya pikipiki then ombuulire oba on'okumawongowa perspective yo golowooza oba tubagoba tetubagoba you get me omusajja omuyimiriza you get me fine you have to get a vehicle a motorcycle now in the process of getting it the money yeah but one fine you are running away from the police officer okay choka mbuli mwana mutonyo totegeera tolina kutegeera that what you doing is more dangerous you know you riding and playing on the road then onaayitawo yagamba police emugoba you get me so njala perspective eri ogamba kwateri asobola kugola pikipiki for what reason you yourself you are endangering yourself a police officer you get me but the thing is nga human creature wali dangerous creature alowooza n'afumintiriza gomanyi nkwata bwenti noyimira in a good way bwe mba nkuyimiriza okay otandika okufuna ebirowoozo ngende nve wano nziruke
bingi byolowoozaako
you get me
Is it possible that you can stop a border police?
Yeah, sure.
And they can stop?
Yeah. They do stop. Okay? They do stop. Kyengulaze nti criminal mind mwenna abantu bagirina. Developing budevelopinzi. Oba bakakuyimiriza we bati you get me? Noleko kulowooza nekati kyekiddako. Noleko kulowooza ebirowoozo byo. You get it? So the issue I want you guys mukirize mugane omanyi nti waliwo buli okwata omwana mu nsobi okay okugeza mama we nga taliiwo you get it mama we wajja oba abanyumiza abalala abanyumiza kyayagala bo bawulire that's what we have here in this country oba kitegedde era bwe okwata leero izora okugamba nti afande tetumanyi lwaki batukwata seriously bagamba okutambula ne helmet tukimanyi nti kyamugaso but mu Uganda oyagala tuddemu tukusomese bwe tubakwata wano afande batukute like obadde ogamba ne tubagamba even we inform them next week
tugenda kukola
ekikwekwe
but at least you are decent in that perspective.
But after really informing you still see
in fact mwade mu informing na chronologically mugamba kati tugenda soka tukwate abatalina reflector
because we have phases
aba helmet kati tukwata batalina permit mubaddenga muri chronological at that so
we have phases twasooka okubasomesa okay tubabulira ebintu okubeera nabyo tubagamba tugenda kubakuba ebipapula you get me we give you EPS you can pay okay but the essence is not to punish you because kyekisinga obulungi nze okugamba nga kikyo badde ogamba tekinyuma kubeera wano abantu 10 okay leero mbakuba ebipapula okay olw'okuvuga obubi wano nenja nenkwata 10 mbasikola ati nsi njaka nkwata mameka manye nti kyekyajjo abataano kyabayambye bategedde you get my point nti enforcement eno si yakubabonereza ola kubajjukiza nga bona okwata omwana wo bwe nakugamba TV togira basaawa zino you get me najiraba you get me
newe obeera oyogera bino ebintu osiiga kazigo olinga
no njala kunyira because that's the thing
but is that really the reality on ground?
That's the reality.
Or you're just doing PR?
No, not PR. Because one, like I tell you, we work on 3 E's. Okay? We engage you. We educate you. Okay? We penalize you. You get my point? Ndineka bebisere bisiga bulwenjogera.
Yes, sir.
Oli asobola n'onyumira ekyoyogera. Naye lwaki okinyumira njagala okinyumirwe omanyi kyokkola. Mbadde nkulaga tubawadde ebipapula kati season eno since last week tubakyusizzaamu.
Yes, sir.
Tubagambye tubatwala mu ki? Mu kooti. Ayi ekipapula tokyakiwulira kye mbadde nkulaga nti omwana mbadde gamba katojja kulaba katuuni wo. Nolaba nga takyusa. Tuddamu okyusaamu.
Interject a little bit.
Yes, sure, please.
How sure are we that we are going to run this campaign and become successful? Because a number of, I don't know which court you have really projected that this is going to handle border. And are we not going to break another law of keeping people for more than even 48 hours? Because the numbers is going to be too much. And now, if, for example, if you arrest them and say they don't have a driving license, is it not enough for them to pay the... Okay, let's say you're trying to bring it in another mood and say, let them get a driving license. I get you a motorcycle, go and get your license, come and pick your motorbike. Don't you think that would be a better idea? Because
Mr. Roy,
when we arrest them, we take them to the court, we take them to the prison. I don't know how many homes we are going to live
No,
there.
but I think he has mentioned something that over time they've been giving them these things, and it has become normal to the people, because you'll say mpech popular change, and you've had those phenomenons chimping in enchisasule. So it brings a growth of impunity of it's okay, I can do whatever I want, right? So I think that's why you said you go to that degree of now let's take them to court, because if the fine is easy for you, at least you stay there for a week, learn a lesson or two, and maybe you'll learn better. Is that what
There
you're
is no
trying to
court
say?
which is going
Now,
to
Mr.
imprison
Roy,
someone for
I
1
don't
week.
know. I don't know. But I think Mr. Roy.
I'm looking at your sister and your brother.
Yeah, and Mr. Roy is. I don't want to seem like Mr. Roy wants to criticize every project without giving a solution.
Look at the idea of...
No, it's okay. I'm saying I don't want to say that. Though I feel
But you have said it, Afande.
Because the thing is, it's okay. I want, Mr. Roy, how long have you been in the driving school?
For more than 12 years.
Very good. It means you've been engaging our side. You're a stakeholder.
Sure.
So really, have you never heard of a program of teaching them and making them acquire driving license?
We've done this.
And you are telling me...
Look at the scenario.
Moderator, it's okay. You are telling me
we are
the same
this.
things. You are not helping the public. Actually, as of now, you should really be pro.
Afande, first submit. What exactly?
What we are trying to mean is, is this the right time now? Maybe is it a better option to say these people have to go to the court? I was thinking of making it as to be a routine that we do it with them every time. Since fine, Afande says that these people, when we give them fine, they are becoming used, and that one create impunity, right? Can we also try the means of saying, when we arrest your motorbike, go and get your license, then you come and we give it to you.
And that's why I asked you, Mr. Rowe,
That's
the question.
Afande, what I say.
Haven't we done that thing before, strategy? If you're sincere. Seriously, tell me the truth. Be open to the public.
Hey, foremost, have you?
We have done those things. We have done. And that's what I'm saying, that Mr. Roy is not helping. And I think you should be helping, because you're
Yeah, we are helping. We are helping.
No,
But looking at the
you're making these people go, like, if a child is doing wrong thing, and you're just protecting. And that's what you're doing. You bring us back to the strategies we've been doing. You get me? And trust me, we are good enough, like you've been saying, that I'm sugarcoating. We try to engage you, because at all levels we engage you, we sensitize you. You get me? We try to say, okay, these are humans. Because even I'm a Muslim, every time I go to the mosque, a sheikh will tell us something. But it's a reminder. We must be reminding you. And the reminder is an enforcement. We can't be touching you with the, with soft hands too much, No. Because one, whenever you're doing an enforcement, somebody will bring an issue of, Afande, you don't teach us. Afande, maybe give us, can you imagine? An offender is telling me, Afande, okuntwala mu court, Afande nze nkampaking awo, nkole permit. Really? You come on the road and you are aware, the way you said, that you feel like this, when we tell you to go and acquire a permit, it can't be done in one way. Did we tell you to come on the road? You start your home, please. Can you start your home? Yes.
Omukyala namugenyi Hajara Muhammad agambye ask the police officer what happened to the seat belts? Kawunyemu policies in a way to Muhammad. Ask the police officer what happened to the seat belts. Kawunyemu policies in a way to fight road accidents. Or it was simply a business after they got money out of it, they are mute on the implementation.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Neanziza ekisooka omukyala tweyanza okuba nga atuwuliriza atulaba era ebibuuzo bye they show that she really cares about road safety, which is very good. Now the issue is that ebikwekweto nga bwakiise they come periodic, but enforcement is continuous. So there's continuous enforcement of safety belts. Okay, you get me? Continuous enforcement of Kawunyemu, but not a massive. Okay, Kawunyemu because of the COVID issue. Yeah, so the Ministry of Health has to give that massive operations, but toja Okuvuga Emmotoka ngotamide tukwate tukuleke. No, we have gadgets and we do it and we penalize you. The law is there. It's ongoing. The only challenge is into what to call a so ngabo bagambye muwiche eno wadde ne statistics wadde ngolaga motorcycles nti bwe ekisukka tuteekawo nnyo ku maanyi ntamba Mr. Roy wano katwongeremu ku maanyi, for example katugende ku driving schools kati tuzikebere. You get me? Godina abuza lwaki munaku temuzikola ki temuzikebera. No, of course munaku tuzikebera tusanga driver nga avugise emmotoka ku ki. We will ask, okay, you a trainer, true, do you have documentation? Neka lorenza kwaga ndi lwaki temukikoze nnyo ng'ekikwekweto. So ebikwekweto bijja once in a while, they're not massive. Ikuwa mwenza okwetamwa kale nakyeyune agamba naye afande gwe ne bandi dirwe mumenya obubenje ku mbeera y'enguudo dirwe munenya kyakala ategeeza munenya obubenje ku mbeera y'enguudo. All we hear is okuvugisa ekimama endima. I have here police saying someone was trying to dodge a pothole and that the road is narrow. Oba lwakuba bafande tebaagala kunyiiza jjajja mwami si kubanga abajjako ettooke. Otherwise, thanks for the show. Nakyogeddeko nti waliwo abantu be balagako nze saamenye mannya waliwo ayogedde. Continues n'agamba police impounds motorcycles, charge them with 100k as fine, and one wonders, has the fine made the border guy acquire a permit? Some officers have made it a habit using civilians to grab border only to get money from them. There is a huge man around Kibuye along Kirudu Road who stage an illegal operations between 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. to grab borders who try to get passengers and later calls officers who take the borders to the nearby police post. Kino nange nali nkyerabiddeko nga abantu abakukwata nga bali mu civilian. Nze lumu waliwo abaali bakwata border gye naliko at around 7 p.m. tuli awo Nsambya tibampadde kintu kyonna bali awo batukute bukwasi okujjako nze nabeekalizamu ne mbagamba mwe muli baani. I don't know who you are. That's the truth. Tebakikulaze card takugambye tuli mu traffic ali mu kukwata. So bino ebintu mwina abantu bemufuna abacuba bamwe manyi yenkola y'ennaku zino ogenda wali ne ku kitebe ekimu waliwo abacuba amaleta nayanziza n'abatulaba njatandikira ku ekyo njatandika ne case nga njikuleetera bwonsanga wali ebbali wali ewamu. Okay? Yes, sir. Nga ndi ku luggi mmenya ndiko embeera eraga nti si mu mbeera ntuufu okola ki nja kwerwanako otya mu mbeera yonna eri possible bw'ona omala okwerwanako okugeza oyinza okunkwata si kiri bw'onkwata kikyokola kutwala bannamateeka naye toli musirikale si kiri kituufu naye uze mu nnyumba yange nkulaze kale kanve ku nnyumba yo ate bwe bakuggyako essimu n'omulaba musajja mubbi w'amasimu ng'ali awo nabba ku muganda we okuleetera nti mu Uganda ffenna tulina obuvunaanyizibwa okwewaza embeera etanyuma. Bw'olaba omuntu nga akola ekitakyuma nga kimenya amateeka amateeka gakuwa amaanyi mufune omutwala mukwase ki abubuyiza nkuzemu katono naye tegakukkiriza kubukwata n'omusalira n'omukola byonna byokola ki
so kyogamba tuyimirire naffe tutandika okukola omulimu gwammwe okukwata
abantujagadde nkikulaze kyogamba tolaba nk'omuntu wa civilian ayimirira mu kkubo lindako n'ayamba emmoloka okutambula wali omuvunaanyeeko
nyinza okutamuvunaana oluusi
why so njala olaba kalicha rodi kalichayo bweri enfu ennyo okitegedde ono akwata akola ensobi amukwe poliisi omulanga kivi andala notunyumya mbunyumya sikuvunaana njala nkulaga scenario ku kyegambe njiyise case study gwe ng'oyimiridde omusajja ng'ono n'ayimirira waafuutuka ewuwo okay nga wajjudde abantu basinga muva gye muva ne mulaba civilian nga ayamba tago ye sokoje sibe kiri lwaki mukwata lwaki blaming he is doing something good not so because he's helping you to move gochimanyi omuntu gwa batomedde basanga gwe ng'okutowa pichipichi ng'omutwala ku police abamusanyufu nnyo gy'oli naye tusazeewo okubeera ennyo ku saidi y'abamenyi b'amateeka nze mbalinya ng'ongambe nti Gamal abeera mu civilian ye n'akwata pichi ze n'aziteeka ewaka okay oba musitowa ye n'aleka otulugunya abaki
kati omulimu gwammwe gubalemye
ate kutulemye
okuleeta abantu because kati nange ngenda mmubuuza what is your moral authority
kati nkulaze ekintu kimu kati gwe
nembambadde mu nsobi
no wakwata
okujja kolona
abalugezigezirwo omuntu bakukutte obba ng'obuuza nkwata ngani lindako omusirikale olwaleero nga talina nkofiire nga alina black bwakuyimiriza nti ovuze bubi mugamba ki be sincere what do you tell him or you better be amazima mubikola jujja mubuuza gwe lwa traffic okumbuuza kwa eyo njivude na police kubanga
mulimu abagenda
okuseola the law is clear any police officer on what on uniform oyera gwe nkwara ngo obuga mafana gwe lwa traffic omwamba ki so ekyo tukitadde
okidusa afande
maze then issues about motorcycles wali omukyala yakubadde continuous okay nti tezigira kye twali tunyumyako nti abantu tebakyusa buli muntu aba takyusa mukyusa trend
negire mutwale okumigiragawo ekyo kyayogeddeko wanagambye oli naakuwayo 10 n'olyoka omuddizawo 10 oli balina engeri
baba wane basasula ekipalo kya mitwalo 10 ekya pamiti era kigenda mu bbanga sebo njala ompenso ompeyo omu kati saa zino ndi operations okay just tell me nti oli yanzijjako sente omanyi kiki nagambye buli lwe muteekawo ebintu ebikwekweto oli n'aleeta side ey'ekiremesa when do you promote it oba kitegedde kati buli nzirayo ku Mr. Roy nti tukoze eki nti kyetukola ate abantu kyo kiwagira ate balaba loopholes talaba kirungi kyakyo because teri kintu kikolebwa nekitabira na side effect because buli mwali na opinion ki ngera Mr. Roy bwagamba twana bwe tukola bwe tuti ngera Mr. Madam nani ani omukyalo nzera Muhammad bwagambye kuba yekirozo kyalina gamba kimala fine ewa abagisasudde ene mufisa permit kyakubuuziza so I believe she's back on this brother's side ntino maybe tumukwate tumugamba agenda akole ki aninga tira tuze tubikola but you that can also work it works and we tried okay naye ngabagambye let us go to the smallest point and you put on a helmet and put on a reflector
basic
okay you get me but you find Gamal or even maybe we stop these people from selling motorcycles to someone who doesn't have a driving license. That one can be a good strategy because it will prevent from the right point. You talked of maybe acquiring a motorcycle.
Yes.
Everybody runs into it.
Because
but that one is a program, a project of some other department who should handle how to regulate motorcycles.
In fact, because
But
prevention is better than
you're one
cure.
of the state orders.
No, because of course we have done that.
You can bring the idea out.
The thing is, the document by my boss actually was written, advising on how best we can.
Yeah,
Things have.
the channel was a preventive.
The only thing is, it's a process.
Ekyowali koze because boda bodas nyingi omuntu shokola teekako omusolo oguli heavy omubazi importinga ogenda kuba okoze eki
Simanyi onoddamu okutambula bulungi eri wansi kibagaye bulungi nti bagongereko
there is what they call a cost of development
Naye
tuveekokawo njala tugende ku kintu ekirala and I want to come to you and this is the issue of the condition of these roads in Uganda. You are a driver, you have driven on these roads for a while. What is your take with driving in Uganda today? Especially today, at a time like this?
The problem of our road is so alarming that we need to put our hands together. One thing that I want to put emphasis on, you find the road is made, let's say in a village, very okay, they have opened it. But you find the people in that area bringing heaps of sand to put humps, not leaving anywhere where the water can't even move. And these harms has become a routine. I don't know if we can empower the LC ones, the chairmen, to make sure if the government degrades the road, we keep the road in that point.
But the humps are for you. Because the reason why people put humps is they have seen that in that particular area, there are a lot of cars that are overspeeding.
But you know,
so there is a need for a bit
if
of...
you put the humps, do you know the water doesn't pass? And that road has to create a pothole. Now, for example, look at the number of people, okay, the projects for the government trying to work on the road. It is too much. At the same time, 1 month, 1 week, everywhere. Look at Ginger Road here. I don't know how many you would tell me the points they are working on. They're like almost 7. Look at Northern Bypass here. By the way, much time when the government is trying to work on the road, we receive more accidents in that area or in that week. I don't know if we are trying to also look at it in that way. Each time they're working on the road, the accident is too much in that road. Because even these people who work on the road, they make sure they narrow the road as you hear the word narrow. So that when you move faster, you either knock them or you knock the thing they put on the road.
Speaking of narrowity of the road, is that our roads don't have designated, okay, some do, but most of them don't have designated areas for, this is where the border will pass, this is where a pedestrian is going to pass.
And it's not going to come. It's not going to come. That one you don't have to.
Now you're being a prophet of doom.
Yeah, it is not going to come. It is not going to come. Don't even dream that it's going to come soon. Because I don't know how, well, okay, when we are making the plan for the road, how many years do we make that plan? Do we make for 5 years? Do we make for 10 years? Okay, now you got the statistics of the road accident. In the same way where you got the statistic, was there any solution of what we are going to do that?
Yeah, they gave us some road safety tips.
Okay, that's tips.
Like
we should have brought the idea of how
after a police saying that 79 have died, they gave, these are the tips. Imagine.
By the way, I look at it in a way that even if the road is having a lot of potholes, it doesn't necessarily going to bring road carnage. That one does not necessarily bring road carnage.
The potholes?
Yeah, the potholes.
What in your perspective?
Maybe we could say, can we put our hands together with the government that in the area of where the pothole has created, what is the how did it create itself? Was it an accident that created the thing and then we left it like this?
So what do you
By
think?
the way, Afande, you need to educate people well about if someone gets accident, knocked our camera, knock our traffic light, knock the solar. What is the implication on that? Because if they knock and they run away, and they knock, they take the car to the police, they handle the issues of the police, but now the one on the road, we leave it, and that is how we can develop our potholes.
Okay, Roy, what in your perspective is the major cause of those accidents on those roads?
The same thing Afande is trying to tell you here.
What is that?
The culture, the road discipline.
So you want to say the condition of our roads are okay?
It's very little. It is not okay, but it cannot contribute even 10% of the road accident, which is okay. Now, look, let me give you a very simple example. I found last week, we've had 2 accidents on Express. I don't know if you're going to tell me Express has potholes. And these are terrible accidents. These are terrible accidents. That you find the car turned itself on the Express. Are we trying to say that this is still the one that contributes? I probably think if I'm to say a percentage, it would give us not even less than 10.
Okay, Afande.
The road can be.
The roads I'm talking about here is you find in Uganda there is this line, and they're both, the car has to use it, right? A big car, a lorry is going to use it, the bus is going to use the same lanes. Then there's another border man trying to fix himself somewhere here. Then there's one who's selling their mangoes, walking with their mangoes on their head. They're also fixing themselves there. There's a cyclist, a bicyclist also fixing the same road. If you look at the video that you guys released yourself, it's there, I think the producer can play it. You realize that most of the people, it's just fidgeting around. Afande, how do we deal with these things?
Now, even before you even give a chance to Afande to answer that, when you look at the video carefully, I don't think it is because of
No,
the
you
potholes.
look at that. You see that
you don't
he's
even-
trying to fix himself somewhere.
He's trying to fix him somewhere. And that is the same discipline we are trying to talk about. I don't think that car is moving alone. Someone must be driving that car. And if that something like that happen, in other words, I see we need to find a way of how are we going to cap such a scenario? What solution can we even give? Maybe I found one thing that we can do, maybe let's work on those bypass as early as possible, so that the big lorries don't reach in town, and we give them maybe specific times. They use bypass.
That is Vision 2035.
No, that is not a Vision 2045. Let me tell you, when they make the bypass, the motive of the bypass is supposed to be for the big trailer to pass, not to go in town.
Yeah.
Now, if we have a bypass, but we still see the trailers going to town, that means we are laxity. A bit of something that we need to work on that. And I think that one is
let Afande first address some of those questions raised.
You know, I appreciate my brother. Actually, he's trying to really reorg on the culture of the roads discipline. And really, I appreciate your wordings were very fitting for the answer I'm giving. We appreciate that we have some roads which need some maintenance, but we should also appreciate that at least we have good roads. Yeah, we should appreciate that. And a case in point, all the bad accidents that have happened on the good roads. Oh, isn't it? Yeah, you had the Kagadi one,
Kagadi,
Express, you know?
Sure.
And on these ones where you have horse, like you said, you know what, like the word fixing. Seriously, like I said, we are all humans. The discipline of the what? Because really, I'm saying true. And you've said it right. You've dodged this pothole, you get me? Okay? And you end up using the lane of Mr. Roy. Sure. But you know that Roy doesn't knock you.
Yeah.
He'll give you time. That patience. Okay. You get my point? So the whole thing is the discipline of us. If the discipline you're having in the potholes, you take it to the where you have good roads. The only challenge is that you have your vehicle, which I don't know which type. Okay? When you are on that, you can get someone on another price, then when you tell your family, now you just imagine this vehicle. Do you really expect me to drive below 70? He will tell you that thing, you know. The vehicle is running. And it's a cool car. Yeah, you know, feeling, you know. Era gavuganga Afande kale mboneleza sina chakola ki
Ombagamba Bibilia nate bajiwa ya bwerere.
You know, njafale bantu wade ensanvu. You get my point. It's true. So the whole thing is about us. Okay, we really appreciate that we have some challenges.
Yes.
Okay. But how can we, as we wait, because you know, development is a process. You know, all of us have where we belong. You have offices, but there are very many needs, but you prioritize. Okay, and at the end of it all. Then about the point he talked of, which is very vital, okay, about the road furniture. Okay, somebody crashes, and he ends up destroying the camera, the road furniture. The law is there. The law is there, and he's supposed to pay for the damages. Yeah. In most cases, the department concerned, okay, if SINRA will come in, if it's Ghana police for our cameras, they'll take you through, so that we see that people, though it's always expensive and people, you know, but at least we try to do and implement. The whole thing is, you wanted to bring it and I want to bring it, it's only, I don't want to use the word safe to use fake roads, because that's where you drive at a low pace. You know where there are potholes? You drive at 10. Mpola paka ukaita. Now wakakaita, trust me, or you want to compensate very badly. Okay. In most cases in Kampala, okay, you come from home, everybody here, you see how people are always in a rush. Please, can we just be patient on the roads? And if you want to go faster to your office, can you come early? Beat the time. Okay?
I liked how General Coretta put it. General Coretta, they tell, why don't you have a lead car, sir? You have all the mandate of having a lead car and everything. He said, I don't need a lead car. If I know I'm supposed to be somewhere, I'll wake up earlier. Be in the same...
And that's the culture. That's the, you know, and he's not talking
how many Correttas do we have in the system?
He's talking as him. Because remember, this is just a uniform. The man is telling you, that's how you behave. You don't need to behave because you are so and behave wrong on the road. And what kind of image are you portraying?
But I think,
for example,
I think sometimes, Afande, if I interject a bit, we need to give credit to where I deal. Probably, maybe if you guys are going to do deployment, look at the person who have the interest, the passion of the road safety, and fix the person there. I think it will have more effect than to bring someone because of any other reason that you may not say it. Yeah. So if we maybe, let's say we are going to do deployment, please consider such a thing, because we are trying to look at the Vision 30, 2030. We can reach there, but we can reach with a combined effort.
Okay. Yeah, Afande, I have a few questions here. This one says a submission, and I'm getting. Everyone is to blame in Uganda, right from the system. Our narrow roads, bad roads, full of potholes, citizens indiscipline and poor culture of road use. Corruption from the police officer, which I'm coming to. Corruption from driving schools, same story, in charge of issuing license, poor implementation of the laws by the authority. She continues to say, the law enforcement agencies in road safety act with impunity. They are the most indisciplined road users. Then how do you expect the ordinary people to abide by the laws and regulations of road safety? Abantu abambala uniform nga mukulu Abdulkadri Gamal nga mmwe kibali mutwe. Okay, go, you get the one, no, this is just a uniform, at least maybe you're different. But many of your colleagues and people you work with, it's in their mind, like their mind is intoxicated with maybe power or things like that. You feel like you're above the law.
Which should not be.
Yeah, nobody's above the law.
Yeah, nobody's above the law. We all have to comply with the rules of the road. And he's not putting on a uniform, okay, representing. His behaviors don't represent the what? The uniform or the institution. It's only that person. That's why he commits an offense, he's taken on. Okay? Chibacha now, like, trust me, we are all the same. I came from that uniform, the attire to this.
Yeah.
You get me? But I just get the trainings, okay, and the rules of the road, or SOPs. You get me? So it only happens because they are humans and they make mistakes. But what happens, for example, if such incident happens, okay, I think I'll come like, the strategy my brother wants, Mr. Roy. What to be done? You get me? Gamal is misbehaving. My vehicle is UP number, this and
this.
Okay? Actually, ours go ahead and they engrave, they put numbers, number 4. Mine is number what? Do you know why they do that? That's an administrative act. How to manage Gamal when he's behaving on the what?
On the road.
You know, it's only a matter of you saying that this guy behaved wrongly in this and this what. Trust me.
I report him to himself.
No, to who? No, you can't
I report him to himself.
My brother. We have handled very many cases of our own, if I may use that word, and really things go on.
Easier said than done.
Yeah, and things are done. And actually, the rules of the institution will always handle. Trust me. Like, I'll tell you, like in my department or in my institution, like police, you can't just misbehave. For real.
If I
for example,
a little bit, what are we trying to do on vehicles that don't have carry number plates, including some police officers' vehicle?
Some police vehicle by the police.
Have
no, there's a recent, just to answer it before you even answer it, there's a recent also Chikwekweto operation that has been made that was really targeting those cars without number plates. And I think it even went public after one Benz was trying to, that was after that.
And actually, when we look for such those things, trust me, they're not supposed to be there, but they happen. And when they happen, we have to act. Okay, more so on the specifics. Yeah, there's that Benz, for example, which went viral at Agakan. A lady was claiming.
That's the problem. That's the problem with you.
But since that thing,
Afande, that's the problem with you. Sorry for interjecting.
But that was private.
That's the problem with you as police.
Going for
you are reactionary. It's
now let me come to that.
And you say to prevent. You have to be
very good. Now what happens?
Why people are reactive?
The only thing is, you are also reactive because you only react on the things you bring, and you don't concentrate on the things we do every day. You get me? The ones we do every day, when I get a vehicle, I don't come to the media, you not know. For example, I come here and I sensitize. Okay? If I don't tell the public, they will not know that I was there. A few will know. They must know, there are those ones who will know because after telling them that I'm Omuganda Gamba Yekubire Nduru, which is not a proper word.
But Afande, do you have a budget for sensitization? And who are the plans? What are your plans on sensitizing the public? Let's say the Vision 2030. Who are the people you want to bring them on board so that we bring this message to the ground? Do you have a budget for sensitization, or we have a budget?
There's no institution which has no budget.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you done enough?
We run because the budget is there.
Okay.
I come here because the budget is what? The vehicle can move. So the budget is always there.
Okay.
Okay. The whole thing is, are we doing enough? And if you're doing enough, like that question, I don't know if they got the real point, the way you brought it. Kuba golowooza ngati maybe tewaliwo kyanjawulo because tubakwata era tebabanga batakyuka
mubata
kiringa
you see the mazima. For me, my role as a journalist is to speak the truth. Ogenda kumukwata kati omugende wali omutuuka ku CPS mubulebule mu katono afuneka aba akende
akafuneka akuwa katono
atunawo okalye
okatwale kati olaba nti fenna tulina okutegeera ekintu kino. Nze ndi musomesa nsomesa mwana wo oli muzadde wampa omwana wo sibe kiri musomese nompa ne ssente ngoleki sibe kiri time netuuka eyokugenda kola naddala ebibuuzo ebyenjawulo nemukola program gwe n'omusomesa okay nemuyitawo akasente mubbe ebibuuzo
naye nga tomwana wamulese mumusomese
kikyenyayo okulaga nti fenna tulina obuzibu kuki mukutegeera kwaffe kwosa enguudo bakutte ogenza ku kkubo gwotegese waliwo n'ategeka ssente ze zibanankola nga nkola
kabeera wali ku dashboard akola bukozi bwati
naye lwaki wetegeka kukola omusango
ate kati mwatuwane culture ffe tubasanga tuba tulina no batipinga naye mba sina kyenkoze
teri abawa kalicha eyo kalicha
those are called unwritten laws. They are unwritten laws.
Nozimwale nezikuluma.
They are unwritten laws ate tezikuluma kubanga mugambe agenda nakukwata nga tolina kyenkoze yadde
agambe
otya
okoze otya bwembazi nga mukubuuza okoze otya nti ndi kuvuga motoka
nga naye asirika nga akulinda nga okomawo
kati gwe oba weetegekera okola 2020.
That is the point.
So really, already we are all really not proper.
Ekyo kituufu
nti olwaleero gwe kuba kati nga journalist si bangu kuba kisooka ogamba buli kimu nkimanyi patenindelo naye bakwata mu nsobi gulu oba olina gye weesigamidde paka ate nga bamaze kukuteeka ku tebulu sigamba nti oba kuzala oba kinya kulaga nti omuntu amanyi kyalina okukola kuku Mr. Roy tebajja mugamba parking wali somebody will not inconvenience you as long as you are behaving on the road. You get me? Yes, then Gamal akola ensobi. Okay? And professional ethics. Okay? Muwabire kale mu Gamal gwenga bwo kireta. Kuba na supervisor ki? Supervisor we. Supervisor ajja ku acting ko Gamal. Kituufu wabeerawo bumulumu. Waliwo Gamal bakola ebitakola ki? Ebitanyuma which promotes emvuga embeera empisa embi kuba mugambo abanga avuga maruka ambi buli sanga jawa Gamal ngabo ekyo.
I wanted to interject Afande. You know, I've seen a scenario where the traffic officers, one person stops more than 3-4 cars. he stops the other one, stops it here. He comes and talk. When Babuza Okozotia, then if you are still delaying to answer, then he looks for another one and says, you go park here, park here. And one person has parked 3, 4. Is it in order for us to... Okay, let's, for example, if you're trying to work on this, is it in order for us
Thank you. SOPs don't allow that.
What do we do as a drivers?
No, you inform, please. And in most cases, please, because we get information, I get. Like Mr. Roy will tell me that, you know, you get me? Atukute banji, okufuata simu. Nay, like, aliomu, you have cameras that side. You get me? Aliomu atukute banji. We're not blaming what he's doing, but
he cannot finish.
You know, and he's wasting too much of what?
Of our time.
And that's another thing before
you ask, I also have a question
let me first interject. Yes. Afande, when something, a scenario like that happens, that someone packs so many people, and fine, I know you, me, I can tell you, I can even give a report, but there is someone who doesn't know. And then another funny thing is, if you prove to these traffic officers on the road that you understand the law, they are more likely to waste more of your time and allow you to go. What do you talk about that?
Well, now I'm having this opportunity, you know, TV. I tell you, whoever has issues, please, you go to the nearest police. Okay. And in fact,
but these days you don't even need to.
Actually, we check ourselves too much. Yeah. Because it's a modern world.
Exactly. You just take a shot, posting a tag in no minute. Things will be. My question to you is that was raised about corruption in those driving schools that you lead, and I'm also certain about this, that there is a lot of corruption that is mad in your sphere. What do you have to talk about that is on you guys?
You look at when we talk about the corruption happen in two sides. When we are complaining traffic is also corrupt, the same thing, two sides. There is the one who is willing to give, and there is the one who is willing to receive it. You understand? So that means it is not happening in one department. It is happening because someone is involved to give that money. I don't see too much currently the driving schools we are regulating. Currently, those ones which are licensed, it's really hard for them.
What would you say? What would you say really?
No, it is really hard.
Would you say it's easy for you to be corrupt? You would say it's hard, but I think...
No, it is hard. It is hard. Reason being, even when you receive someone's money, you are going to eat alone. Like, for example, I know when you tell me there is going to be corruption, I know the only corruption point they will claim that someone has eaten my money is if someone has failed to do the test. And they will say, let me give you something so that I pass through. But currently, it is hard. Reason being, you book first online. You give someone's... When you book, the name goes to the IOV which is going to inspect you, someone you've never even seen. And then I don't think you are going to ambush that person and say, I have some 50K, let me give it to you. It is now how. It's in
the past you used to get the papers and just take.
No, it cannot work. And now you cannot do the work when you don't know even the person. Corruption happens when you know that person, and that person is willing to give you, and the one receiving is also willing to do that. By the way, it has gone to another level where it is becoming a bit hard. I don't know if the traffic also can push something that makes it harder for these people to either receive money. Okay. Maybe one of them is, we can say, if you're going to be in Northern Bypass, you put them destinations where they're going to stand, where the camera focus everything. You say now, because now I've realized the traffic, they usually go in the corner. From that corner, oita mukona hao, aliyao. Omusanga wali nga tosobola kuchi. Okuvuka tosobola kuisa. Ojitegera. Now, if you had also bring it that way, that it become a professional funding, that when the traffic is going to work in this road, we are going to keep the thing like this. Let them be in that positions, and you will see there's not going to be any exchange.
Let me, because we have a few minutes to end the show. Afande, there's a question here. This lady says, ask Afande Gamal, when do they ever arrest drivers with Mohozi and M7 illegal number plates? We see many placing personalized look-alike number plates, freely passing the traffic officers on duty. By the way, Pichizam host Musquataku. kyekituufu
gambe ekigambibwa
era abaana
gambe ekigambibwa
nze kugamba reality piiki za mwozi
Ozimanyi?
tebazikwatako n'ebifaananyi
Ah,
era kati n'abaana bateekako n'ebifaananyi n'amanya kati eno yeyajjeno
Kati kagambe
era togenda gikwatako
ekirungi oli musajja mugezi era muna muli bagezi wano n'abantu abo bonna bagezi olaba abasajja abatunda busitiikers obwo tewala ku street nkyabwe nkagula nenkateekao nebateekako ekifaananyi kya Gamal emmotoka ebyebusayagamba
ani kyeŋŋamba mu perspective yo oli agambeno ya mwozi sijja gikwatako
kagambe ekintu teri amenya amateeka era teriiyo muntu akiikirira muntu mulala kumenya mateeka emmotoka ezina number plates ezo isirigo era zikwatibwa but the only challenge is zitambula ddi you understand but there's no way okay it's not right you get my point njukira mwala wako kubikwekweto ekikwekweto ekimu ekyalimu silence we were a mixture of forces sibawa wachegendeza from different security agencies purpose yabino but okuba abantu basigala tebabulayo those wrong creatures are still raised there okay agikozesa but the challenge the good thing is nga bola omusirikale nga akola kyatalina kola ki kyova mu kipicha sibe kiri nokaweereza wonna woyagala platform nezitambula buli wamu such things that's the good thing about technology okay nti kuba nsobola okukola nga neebuzabuza you get me I avoid places where I can be God oba kitegedde gwoyogera bwogeza ekigambo noyatula bwatuzi kuba otubo tukubye challenge nti awaliwo ono Gamal ye eva ayita mu kikuba bwekiti ne bwekiti trust me
Afande Gamal Abdulkadri woliwo ovudde mu uniform eyo will you be proud of yourself n'ekitongole ky'oweerezaamu do you really want to say deep down morally that you would be proud to be part of that uniform?
That's why I'm putting it on. Yes, the uniform.
Now you are proud, but will you be
proud?
And
listen, because Irinya Lyange is my identity. Irinya Lyange sirifuna because I'm police. I'm Gamal Abdulkadri. I have where I come from. Isn't it? Ira bandaba. And leave alone that. Name from Jeko. How about where I stay? Because they know I'm doing this job. So it means whatever I do, I check myself. You get my point? Sijja kola bintu bitanyuma. Actually, the best way of behaving is you behaving the you. Bino bino twogera si ba institutions. Omuntu ovuga obiti institution temugamba vuga wo.
So
oba kitegedde
akikolanga
ye ng'omuntu oba kitegedde era tukirize tugaane if you have a friend or a brother who joined if I may use the word forces omanye empisa ye nga ayo ibwato nokola ki if you use a politician oyo twamutegeera
mulimu Gamal abagamalu bajjanga balungi omanyi you can be a saint but when you enter when you enter a system that you cannot beat, the system changes you. That's why in Zenjaku we're an exclusive now 60 years from now. And I want to ask you, sir, do you still stand to the words you said in 2023?
Yeah, because like I tell you, omuntu yenna.
Because when my uniform sorry to say it, people no longer even want to affiliate with you.
To affiliate with us, But I don't know nyamba uniform abantu banje bansemberera.
Anti baluji abavuka tubaita bawuji babu nyamba. But I'm telling you, Uganda Police Force for the last 10 years has been the biggest violator of human rights. I'm not part of I'm informing you. For the last 10 years, you people have been leading
as portrayed.
And the irony is you're supposed to be the protectors of human rights.
Sure.
So Chenimu kugamba nti with time ekintu nakimanyi deep down okimanyi nti sometimes people no longer look at you with a badge of honor really.
Like
but they look
okay,
at
fine.
you with scorn.
I'll appreciate
and
your
they will
opinion.
Not say anything.
I really appreciate your opinion. Like I said in my talkings, the only challenge that we jump on the negatives. Trust me. Okay? And as police, or as me, a person working for police, I would appreciate you because that's what you want. You never talk about a good thing. You never talk about number 4, driving right, being behind the vehicles, not overlapping. You never say it. Okay? And on daily basis, I do it. Okay? You never say that my boss, okay, complies with the rules of the road. You get me? You never. But the moment 1 out of 99 point blah blah blah, the 0.0111, you make it like it's 100. So we appreciate that, and but trust me, we are doing what we're supposed to do, and I'm proud of myself. Okay, and I know, like I was telling you, it's only the way you behave before your uniform. This uniform, it just gives you more powers to enforce and do right things.
Time is out. Your parting shots, Roy, because we're done.
Oh, we're done. I was thinking of maybe before we even close it.
We are closing. It's just a minute.
It's just a minute.
Yeah, so
okay, for another time.
Yeah,
that
for another time, maybe.
Thank you so much for hosting us.
Okay.
It has been a pleasure being with Gamal on the studio. It's a pleasure. I hope you will do that again.
Sure, anytime.
He's a man of integrity. You know, when you are talking about the uniform of the police, that is not the uniform of the police, the uniform of Ugandan police. That means it's our uniform. You're bound to put on it anytime.
Yes, that's true.
Just like it's putting. And it's bound to remove that at any time. But where we are, keep it safe. Make it a better place. You might have not been the best person in that area, but leave it the best place. This road moves. This road meets to another point. Use it correctly. Okay. Because it is the only and the only thing that can take your life. Even when you have all the machine guns, it will take you away. Okay,
that is Kilama Roy. He is the vice chairperson of the Uganda Driving School Association. So thank you so much. And I had SP Gamal Abdulkadri. He is the Kampala Metropolitan East Commander. So thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining me. And of course, thank you to all the people who sent the messages. I wasn't able to finish all of them because of time, but we shall continue the conversation on social media. My name is Edgar Matthew Karanga. Don't miss up next. Tekachi will be here. We are sensitizing people about the law. So please do tune in at exactly 11. My name is Edgar Matthew Karanga. Proud to have everybody behind camera. Thank you so much, Arnold and the team. It's a pleasure having you. So see you tomorrow, same time, same station. This is The Mighty Drive. Good morning.
The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.